Hello and welcome to the next episode. In the last one, the alien invasion force has landed in the Balkans about 1.5 years in, and everything is totally fine. So they're probably going to expand here for the next month until they maybe pick us as the next target. Who knows? Maybe they go for the EU, maybe somewhere else. We don't know. So we have to wait it out. There's also going to be Mars in September. So the probe will arrive, you're going to make bases, that's going to be our next stop. So I'm going to actually head forward to this point. But what I want to point out is we have now reached a kind of consolidation point. We need to hold what we have and we need to stabilize what we have. So the focus will be, of course, here the Near East and North Africa. That we go for some kind of unification project down the road, which also impacts Tanzania and Nigeria. But for now, this is more or less the near-term goal outside of the initial space expansion. I'm going to talk about it when we reach Mars. And for now, I want to quickly buy this orc here, 5 admin. And we should also... This was it's not too great, but 200 money is nothing, so we can buy it. What we want to do short-term is get these 2 control points back. But we also need to defend against further a servant aggression here. So that's why I'm going for a defend here. So this will be our core. We have to hold it and see if we can make this work. And meanwhile, we are going to wait out what the alien invasion will do. So let's just head out into September when we arrive at Mars and the next decisions have to be made. Okay, we have reached September. And we should arrive on Mars right now. Yeah, we are. 2 bases are already there. That's not cool, but fine. We can probably make... Here, we can make 3 sides. We should. And then we... Okay, what we need. We do definitely one noble site. So let's take Olympus here. Then we need something with fissile. Not a lot available. It's this one? Not too shabby because it has water. Let's check it here. Yeah, let's take the 2.2. So we have a decent one with nobles, one with fissiles, one with water. Let's check for volatiles. The best ones are around 20 to 25 here. This one. Yes, let's take it. It has nobles, metal, and volatile. That's good. Here we go. And now we probably need to wait a bit until we can drop down the mining outpost. Yep. Wait about a day. And meanwhile, on Earth, we are preparing Southern Africa for the next coup, or rather the insurrection, the organized insurrection here, to drop down inequality massively. So first of all, we are going to merge, then we are going to lead into a revolution to get increases of stuff. And meanwhile, we are preparing to have research labs, because when the mining modules are on their way to Mars, we are going to go afterwards. Wait a second, we do need... No, we have a bit of fissiles. Okay, so that's good. Fissile pile. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to continue this. But what we are going to do here now is... Oh, energy lab is done. We want alien movements. Right. So this is going to be the next one.
Winning their hearts and minds.
Remember, we already did that on Nigeria to drop down the inequality to around 3. The Tanzania one was not that successful, with only 0.5 reduction here, which is okay. And when we merge up Ethiopia, that's going to be our 3rd. So when we merge these in, I don't know, March, then we are going to aim Ethiopia for a revolution as well. Hopefully it survives until then. We maybe have to throw in a few pacify missions here, like reduce unrest, but, well, should be fine.
People will come to our side.
Also, we have a decent public opinion now. In Egypt? Really?
Death to tyrants!
Okay. The first one. And now let's merge.
Policy direction complete.
Unify. Here we go. Done. Good. We need to make a protect here, else we have to repurge this point. But yeah, I'm going to continue forward here, because the alien invasion, as expected, is doing stuff here in the Balkans, and it will take a bit of time until they probably throw the eyes on us. And I'm going to continue building up the mining here. I probably want a fourth base, at least one more, when these are done with the mining modules. And then we have 10 boost again, I mean, like, then I'm going to make a fourth one. And then we already have to transition into space station to prepare research bonuses, because we are extremely tight on mission control in this high difficulty setting. We have to get everything done as soon as possible. We also should not go too heavy into Mars, because there are asteroids which are just better. So we want to get a few asteroids instead. So we are just going to keep on 4, maybe 5 Mars bases in total. And then the rest will be asteroids. So let's jump forward here and see where we are going to end up with and what's going to be the next crisis we have to manage. We have reached March. And I noticed a mistake that I made. The claim of Ethiopia on Asmara here is hostile. So we are not going to be able to unify here. Which is annoying.
Securing our control.
Because that's what I wanted to do here. Ah. At least this one is over. So we annex Yemen. Good. And... yeah, now I have to decide what to do here. I think I'm going to just take Mekelle back and then revolt this one to decrease the inequality and so on and increase democracy. I think there's no other way around it right now. So let's see if that works out. Let's see what we are allowed to do here. Yeah, we can only demand claim. Right. Ah, nice. We found humanity first. Ooh. No. Not a detain. No.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
So basically we are going to do the revolt here. The African revolt didn't really get us anything. So that was nothing at all. And yeah, we have to do this eventually again in a year. We also still need to do... I know we did Tanzania already, so we could do again Nigeria probably, but we don't want to. I guess this one is fine. This one is fixable. I mean, we could do one more, but I'm not sure if we want to. So probably we want to do Tanzania again. Yeah, it's a bit higher, so we should do this one again. And definitely Ethiopia. Eventually we also want to do Turkey. And also Saudi Arabia before we do the Caliphate, but I'm not sure if we can. We are running out of options here. And space-wise, I have started to build a shipyard. So when the Mars mines come in, we can make ships to shoot down the first alien ship. And we can also go into proper base construction. We have already researched orbitals, but we are working on settlements. Unlucky for us, the AI is not pushing in the direction of quantum computing at all. So that's a problem. And I'm not sure how well we can control the Earth science here. In regards to resources, we can see here that the Project Exodus is currently leading with 1.6k and Humanity First with 1.4k is next. Humanity Exodus is unifying heavily in the EU, which is good. And Humanity First, of course, here owns India, China, and oh, India is again in Servant hand. That was temporarily not in their hands, but okay, interesting. It had already one revolt here on its own, which is quite funny. So I'm going to just push forward because it's still calm. The alien nation is not doing too much, and we are just building up. And we have progressed to October 28. So far everything has been very uneventful. So the aliens do not move currently. I'm not sure why they don't. And also my expansion here in Africa is very limited. The only good news is that I have a non-aggression pact with the Initiative and Exodus. So they are at least no longer working against me. So it's only Humanity First and Servants I have to worry about, with whom I can't make an non-aggression pact, I think. At least Humanity First I couldn't. I didn't contact the Servants, but I don't want to either. And yeah, so that's all good. In a few days, do we need this one? No. Yes. In a few days, the first mining base of Mars goes online. So it should be on the 9th of October.
Things are stabilizing.
And that's going to be a big change here.
The uprising is
Okay,
underway.
please get this done now. I really want to get it done. There we go. First mining base is done, and now we do have a decent income, finally. I'm currently already upgrading stations to an orbital core here, which are going to finish in a few days as well. And the next steps now would be to get some science going. So, for example, we have to start with the xenology research stations because we want to do some projects like Hydra language and eventually the cooperative resolution. And yeah, these things we want to boost out quickly. Also, the aliens have 2 ships on their way to Earth, a destroyer and a dreadnought. The dreadnought, of course, we don't want to fight, but the destroyer, that's something. It's 300 days away, so we don't need to rush anything. But I have a shipyard in place, I have a ship design in place. It's a usual Artemis torpedo ship here. Wait a second, ship classes, upgrade here. So it's an escort class, 2 Artemis torpedoes. I probably want to make 2, maybe 4 to be sure. Maybe I throw that in the simulator to have the Oryx versus that destroyer. It might be an idea. But 2 or 4, I'm not sure. But if we want to make 4 of those, then we have to start 180 days before they arrive, which is still like 3 months away from now. So it's all fine for the moment. So we are going to have enough resources to do this when that stuff comes up. So I'm going to use the resources here to build up also research on the bases here. Oh, Mexico. But the settlements hub is not yet done. We didn't get the project as of yet, but it should be unlocking soon. And then we do have everything we need here. So we can upgrade to the settlement hubs, we can do proper research here, and then we just need to get to quantum computing to get the tier 2 research stations. Only. I'm saying only because it's not as easy as it might sound. What I also did in between is I put some alliances in place here, because the Tanzania here, because we are currently on the track to go to a rival international relations. However, nobody is investing into it. But when we get this, we can go into the finally the African confederations. And this would help us in Tanzania. It will help us here in Nigeria, which I made some rivals here. And then we can expand later on what we need, what we want to take. Meanwhile, long-term planning, we want Egypt in the Arab Union, which means that we want to fix the government score of Egypt long-term. We don't care about the government score of all the other Arab nations, so we don't need to invest here. Instead, we can go into mission control, economy, inequality, and whatever we want. Ethiopia will, of course, be the center of the African Union. That's going to be our biggest problem to solve. Because we are going to try to revolt it here. And we probably need to revolt it another time later on to get the government score up, to get even close to where we need to be. We have to get to at least like 6 to then from there do it via investment here. But maybe we only make 1, I'm not sure, have to see. And then of course Nigeria and Tanzania are temporary cores, and South Africa probably later, temporary cores of larger nations until we merge them into the African Union. Maybe we also use Algeria later, but not sure. So all of this will get built up over time. Currently we are still far, far, far away from this. So I'm going to head a bit further in, like another 1 or 2 months to get some resources, and then I can talk about the research station that I have constructed here. Well, it's March now, and I have used the time to build up some science stations here. So on Earth we do now have a few orbitals with tier 1 research stations, which are producing 50 science each, but also get us a decent investment and science percentage bonus. So we can see here that we do have now a bit of science bonus spread out, and of course we do have like 70% on information and xenology 69%. So this will help us to get some stuff done now. We're going to start here with the African confederations and corridor diplomacy to get more control capacity here. And then we are going to get finally 1 slot here, which we're probably going to use to go into arrival security. Because after arrival security in combination with Hydra language, we get the mission as a project that allows us to have more mission control, if I remember it correctly. And that's going to be very important in this campaign because everything is escalating very quickly. The aliens decided it's time to build a base on Earth. So not only have they invaded, but they also made a station around Luna. So we can see here that they have made their garrison station already. Remember, we are 3 years in now. And I'm not sure, is the ship gone? Yeah, the ship flew away, that's good. Because our first ships are going to be finished soon. So we do have 47 days. And then we have our first ship. 2 ships. And then we can send them there and take out the station to make sure they don't settle there. But the aliens are expanding everywhere. So alone on on Jupiter, they have 6 bases by now. Then they have Saturn with another 3, 4, 4. And here are a lot more. And Neptune has a lot, 3. And they have expanded to Volturnus here. They also got some asteroids here in the belt. Like they have taken Ceres in a hole, I think. Yeah, here. Oh, 3 or 4 they took. So the aliens are expanding everywhere. And we're going to see this in an uptick of fleet very soon. So the mining will come in very quickly for them now, and that will not be good for us. And I'm not sure if we can... The... No, they don't have capital ships under construction yet. But I think that will come soon. So, yeah. The alien problem will escalate very quickly. That's why we have to stay below the mission control limit and the hate limits here to avoid retribution this early. We need more time. However, on Earth, everything is proceeding nicely so far. We have stabilized Nigeria, we have stabilized Tanzania, and we have stabilized Ethiopia now, which after the revolution got a bit of government, only 0.75, so it was not really worth it, I think. And it lost 0.4 inequality. I mean, it's okay, it was worth it, but I don't think I'm going to do it again. Instead, I'm going to fix that stuff up now and build the nation up and rather keep it stable. Because Tanzania, of course, needs to merge with its neighbors now when African Confederation is done here. And we need to take this one here.
Reporting in.
Just to have it.
Removing our enemies.
Oh, there are alien plants here.
What's the op?
Yeah, let's get rid of this.
Going in hot.
And
Standing by.
someone should investigate,
Standing by
yes.
for orders.
I'm here.
So there's a lot of stuff to do.
Investigating alien site.
And I think in the next episode we are going to see major consolidations here in Africa, where we have to ask ourselves afterwards what to do with the freed up control points. The mansion control points. Because we are probably owning all of Africa at that point. Really looking forward to it. Leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.